Hey guys, okay, so this video is for your color poem. On Friday at home, you should have completed this draft section right here after you've identified your color. So up at the top, color poems use your imagination and senses to investigate a subject. So the focus of this poem is on using similes and metaphors. Similes compare to unlike things using the words like or as. Metaphors are like similes without using the word like or as. They state that one thing is something else. The lake is a whirlpool. So if the water in the lake was like swirling, then it would be like a whirlpool. So you should have selected one color. So this entire color poem, is going to be based off of one color that you've chosen. So the example down at the bottom is all based off of the color blue. So for your color poem, you should have chosen one color. And if you completed this chart, you would have just filled in the blanks. So such and such color is this, this, and this. So if you look at the example down at the bottom, this is a really good example of a color poem. It gives a variety of different similes and metaphors. It uses really strong language. That's one of the things that I want you to think about as you are completing your final copy at home is, are you using strong language to communicate what this color makes you feel like, what you associate with this color? You really want to take this poem a step further than just simple, basic language. So the example down at the bottom, all about blue, they really, it's evident that they really took some time to think about, okay, what do I associate this color with? What are the feelings? What are the sights, the sounds, the taste that this color makes me feel? You can choose any color, so any color is fine. It is just in how you communicate that color, the emotion behind it, the feeling behind it to your reader. So at home today, you are working on your final copy. So I did an example for you of what my final copy would look like. So I chose the color orange. So on my piece of paper, I took an orange marker and wrote orange, and pull it back just a little bit so you can see. I wrote orange on the paper 11 times. And then I'm writing the phrases of my poem off to the side. I've used a combination of print, cursive, slanted text, straight text. I've made it look interesting when you look at the actual page for my poem. So just to give you an example, I know they did blue down at the bottom, but I'm going to share a couple lines of my orange poem with you. So if you follow along with your draft page, you can see the lines that have been completed so far. So orange is the color of my favorite fruit. Orange is the leaves changing in the fall. Orange is the feeling I get when I feel cozy at home. Orange is the color of the sun fading behind the ocean waves. Orange smells like a clean and shiny room. So then I would go down and I would do taste, sounds like, looks like, feels like, makes me, and then is. If you, on your final copy, take up the entire length of the paper, writing out your information, you do not need to add a picture because your picture, your text essentially becomes your picture where you've made it look interesting. If I were doing this to turn in, I would probably use maybe a different shade of orange to write the information, maybe a different color marker or crayon, or I might take a lighter colored orange crayon and shade in between just to make it look interesting. So when you are working on your final copy at home today, you have a couple of different options for what your final copy could look like. You could space it all the way out on a white piece of paper like this. You could also concentrate, let's see, so you don't see the orange back behind there. You could also concentrate your poem on the top half of your piece of paper and then draw a picture down at the bottom. Remember, you can print this information, you can write it in cursive, you can use whatever type of handwriting you would like. For this poem, I am also okay if you type the information. However, if you choose to type the information, you need to make it look interesting. So make your fonts look different. Don't just use Times New Roman font size 12, because if you do that, it's going to be teeny tiny up here and it's not going to be very interesting for your reader to look at. So one of the great things about poetry is the format that you can put it in. So what does it look like on a paper? Is it just words, or have you added to it to make it more interesting to your reader? I want you to add to it. Think of the white space as to continually express. Sorry, Finley's like sneezing in the background. Use the white space. Finley, stop. So use the white space to continue to express your thoughts and feelings about the color that you've selected. So if you have any questions, please email me. Your final copy of your color poem will be checked in class tomorrow, so please make sure that you have that completed. You will receive a daily grade for finishing that poem. So email me if you have any questions. Let's keep the questions for this particular assignment off of Google Classroom because these poems are so specific. So if you have a question, send me an email. I promise I will write you back. It's almost easier for me to respond to you via email than trying to go back and find your comment in Google Classroom and respond that way. So if you have a question about anything, you want me to look at anything, just send me an email and I can help you out that way. All right, y'all have a great day.